Oh, hey there. Hey guys! So I am doing a review on the Ventriloquist issue 1, Batman Dark Knight 23.1. Bought this for $2.99 at my kind of local, very far away comic book shop. Please excuse whatever you see on my hand right now. Okay, so as always, overall opinion, and I'll warn you guys before I spoil anything. Overall opinion. This is my favorite Villains Month issue thus far. Now, I haven't read too many of them. The ones I've read so far are the two I've posted reviews on. So out of these three, I guess, this is by far my favorite. I was so excited when I heard of this because when I read about the Ventriloquist in the Batgirl comic, I was so obsessed with the character because I thought this was such a great idea. Just the character is so creepy and everything about the story just has that creepy vibe to it that it works so well. So overall, I give this comic 2 thumbs up. I definitely recommend it, especially if you read the Batgirl comics and were intrigued by this villain. It's such a good comic. It has that creepiness to it. The writing is superb. They did some great creative takes on it. It just took everything I hoped they'd do with this comic, and it did it so well that I just have to give it 2 thumbs up because it's what I wanted from the comic, and I got what I wanted from the comic. I definitely got even more than my money's worth, so I just have to slow clap. That's my overall opinion. Definitely recommend this, and I'm going to be entering the spoiler zone, so I'll give you guys a second to X out before I spoil anything. And this is not going to be a moment of silence. I'm going to do a shout out. I've given a shout out to this person before, but I'm going to give it to them again because they're one of the reasons I picked up the comic. I really would like if everyone could check out Mikey36598 on YouTube. They did a review on this comic first, and it made me really want to pick it up, so I definitely recommend that channel. Great channel, and yes, we're going to be entering the spoiler zone now. So now we get to open up the comic, which I'm actually very excited about because once again, I really liked this comic, and so let's just delve right into this. So as always, I'm not going to spoil everything, still want to give you guys something to read if you feel like picking up this comic, but I am going to spoil quite a bit. So it opens up with tons of people going into an old theater because it has power and food, and obviously they're very hungry, and the Justice League is seeming to be dead. So obviously they're going to rush towards a place with power and food that seems safe. Now inside, the hostess just happens to be the ventriloquist, who is acting like she's getting an interview done. Turns out the interviewer is dead. You can see, like I said, very creepy, and the art suits this issue so well. I always have a thing where I really like the art to match the tone of the comic. This art completely matches the tone of the comic and complements it so well. So 2 thumbs up. I mean, if this doesn't creep you out, I don't know what will. Now, like I said, I am going to leave some parts out, but something I will tell you about is it goes into the ventriloquist's childhood and shows that she had a brother who was always looked at as being gorgeous and talented and always got all the attention. Now, the thing that I thought was genius about this was her monologue completely was the opposite of the happenings it showed. Like, she was saying she was more popular than her brother and she let him get all the roles, when it showed the complete opposite, said how she went to school and had friends, and it showed tons of people bullying her. And it was geniusly done, and just that way, I thought that was such a great, creative take on it, and I don't know, little things like that really get me to really enjoy the comic, so I really liked that. So skipping past some of the points in her childhood, she ends up putting a show on for the people she invited into the theater and gave food and power to, and then the theater is broken into. And the final page, I'm not going to show, but it's a really creepy shot. The whole issue itself is pretty creepy, it's eerie, and I absolutely love it. So like I said, I try not to spoil too much of it. I'm sorry if I did spoil quite a bit of it, but I really enjoyed this comic, and I really recommend picking it up. I thought it was a brilliant take on the ventriloquist. I will say this, the dummy Ferdy, I think his name is very crass and very, like, some of the things he says, it's very sexual and everything, so it's not something I'd like hand off to my little sister, but like I said, it all kind of suits the tone and it almost adds to just how creepy it is. So like I said, I give this issue 2 thumbs up. I really enjoyed it and I really recommend you guys picking it up. That is my review, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are all having a terrific day. Stay awesome. See you next time.